Warning. Spoilers ahead for House of the Dragon Season 1 premiere. House of the Dragon star, Paddy Considine, recently discussed King Viserys I Targaryen and Prince Daemon Targaryen's, Matt Smith, dynamic differences. Set approximately 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, the new spin-off series is based on George R. R. Martin's popular fantasy novel, Fire and Blood, which chronicles the history of House Targaryen. House of the Dragon centers on the royal dragon-riding Targaryen family and the events leading up to the Great Civil War within the family, known as the Dance of the Dragons. House of the Dragon Episode 1 finds Viserys expecting a child that he wishes will be his long-awaited male heir to the throne. Meanwhile, the king's presumptive heir, his brother Daemon, gallivants at the local brothel and wreaks havoc in King's Landing. His appetite for violence and prostitutes draws ire from members of the king's small council, especially Sir Otto Hightower, Rhys Ifans, the Hand of the King. Following the death of Viserys' child and wife, Daemon is discovered celebrating at a brothel and is cast out of favor, the small council, and King's Landing by Viserys in retribution. In a recent interview with Collider, Considine discussed Viserys and Daemon's unique dynamic in House of the Dragon. The actor explained that, although the king and the prince are brothers, they are complete opposites. Considine sees Viserys as the most trustworthy of the two siblings, but believes that the king views Daemon as a liability despite his love for him. Read what the actor said about Viserys and Daemon's relationship below. The events of House of the Dragon Episode 1 track with how Considine described Viserys and Daemon's relationship. Although the king held a number of small council meetings, the prince was not present for every one. During those meetings, Hightower brought up concerns over Daemon's reckless actions, which Viserys chose to defend. There is an obvious love between the two, but Viserys had to repeatedly cover for his brother's selfish nature. Daemon's alleged celebration of his nephew's death crossed a line, however, and is what leads him to be cast out. The nature of the two brothers provides a compelling dynamic going forward in the series. As is known, the fact that Daemon is replaced as heir by Viserys' daughter Rhaenyra, Millie Alcock, will lead to much emotional turmoil for him. Daemon cares deeply for both his brother and his niece, but it won't easy for him move on from being passed over. As House of the Dragon Season 1 continues, audiences will see how Viserys and Daemon's relationship changes and how it impacts the future of the realm. Source: Collider.